So, a crusade, eh? You want to test the strength of the Christian armies against the Ásatrú armies. Well, it's on. We're not known for backing down from a challenge. You want to fight us all together? Have a lot of your men killed? Have at it. We're getting ready into our ships to sail over to England to defend England and the faith from your attacks. Pope and Christian rulers, you will fear us. So we're gathering here because we just came back from Kiev, Koenraad. But first we want to take revenge on King Radomir, who is right next door. But we can't siege it without declaring war on him. Yeah, that's not quite right. Who are you? Raiders of Lobdaburg. Oh, you're gonna raid them? Or you're just standing still? Alright, so we could even just attack these places, for example, the participants of the Crusade, because they're all over the place. But of course, we should go and defend England. So that's what we will do. Let's go over here. Even the forces of Kiev. Now we are being raided. And where are you from? Trondheim, Norway. That's not very nice. So why can't we use the river? That is something we will need to fix. Okay, there we go. Past Frisia into Lincolnshire. Okay, now they've got a big army together here. Let's get together with the other people. Oh, wait a moment. Big fight taking place. Loss of interest, my lord Rudolf has been harboring secret affection for Adam for some time. However, when he finally confessed his feelings, Adam responded non-committally. As in, not really interested. This inconsiderate response seems to have made Rudolf wary of any kind of attraction whatsoever. And you're one of those. Yes, well, my heart aches, but it is a sweet ache, or this scorn is to be repaid in kind. Yeah, maybe that. Wait a moment. Which fight do I need to join? That fight, yeah. Unfortunately, we were defeated because people are not staying together. That's the frustrating thing when you do a crusade. Checkmate. Chess is becoming increasingly popular. Even if I don't play it much, it might be worth it to invest in acquiring a quality chess set for me in case I ever need it, if only to present myself as a modern, sociable leader. Today an opportunity presents itself. It has been brought to my attention that a famed traveling merchant passing through the area is in possession of an old but lovely ivory chess set, and he is willing to sell it. Perhaps it is time I get myself my own personal chess set. I should try to catch him before he leaves town if I want to buy it. Let's go get ourselves that chess set, yes. And also, I should be leading this army now. Army is retreating. There are 12,000. Where's the rest of us? We're down to 6,000, 7,000 people. And they are in one big group. Yeah, we're in a dangerous position. Let's see what happens. There are way too many of them to take them on. Okay, we have a perk available, confidence, we said, right? That is a good one. Huh, we can change it. Do we want to change to a different focus? I mean, this is good, and we could take something like Praetorian Guard, Inspiring Rule. Those are all, and True Ruler. Those are all good ones to have. Okay. Yeah. What was he? That he was not my marshal. Okay. Fine then. Yeah, a third of our men-at-arms are slaughtered. Okay, where is everybody? Is that it? That's all we have? Yeah. And where are you guys going? So Wessex isn't even involved, or Mercia. Yeah, we could go raid these places, at least we get something back for it. I mean, they are just too many here. This looks like this is a lost fight. I can't call in anyone to help us, right? No. Okay. And these are too close for comfort. Oh yeah, let's go here. Oh, you're just staying here? My lord Karel has come of age and it is time he left on my care. Not such a pleasant personality, callous and shy and impatient. here it says 2 champions were killed, 1300 levies. Not good. I thought we would have a better chance, but yep, that's fine. Brilliant light. Peasants have reported seeing a strange phenomena in Calais. According to those who have seen it, it appears in the horizon near some villages on mornings and takes the form of a column of brilliant, straight beam of light connecting the ground to the heavens. However, when one comes closer to the beam, it disappears. A couple of my officials have corroborated these accounts, and local scholars are uncertain on what is causing this. Some locals have even started claiming it is a sign of Balder. I wonder what is going on here. Okay. They are very nervous, right? Moving here and there. What mixed laws? While I was in the castle town with Icebound, his attention was caught by a criminal chained in the pillory. When we left, Icebound expressed a desire to understand the system of crime and punishment in greater detail. It is obvious that he is developing a sense of justice, the mark of a true ruler. Okay, we have some people coming to reinforce us. Yeah, we need to split them up. What? You're fighting with each other? That's... you idiots. They're fighting with each other. Guys, you're supposed to be allies in this crusade. This is how we lose. You idiots. Okay, we got 23 gold from this. Shall we do more here or shall we go and help them? I mean... there are just too many of them. If they come for us, we're lost. Um... 17 gold, 20 gold. No. And how much gold here? 0. Okay, maybe we can try this one. Then we're at least somewhat nearby. Depending on what they're doing. Idiots. That is... yeah, we can take these on, but if the others come, then it's gonna be carnage. Alright, that's good. If we go and help them. We can take them on if they do that kind of stuff piecemeal. We could take these on. I guess we need to go here. If we can get there in time. My word, Bardwine has come of age. Until we meet again. A legendary holy man. Recently there have been rumors among the commoners in Ypres that a wise and benevolent holy man by the name of Hugo van Renesse, is going around secretly blessing every town and farm in Riverensel, chanting prayers and performing white magic to improve the lives of the people. Such stories are nice and inspire people, but no one has actually seen this Hugo figure. People just claim he actually exists. The god are also unsure what to make of these stories. I'm sure he's real. Okay, we came at the very end of the battle. But, well, they did win this battle. That is amazing. Okay. Yeah, Cumberland. This one. Yeah, look at that. We have the wall. Hadrian's wall. That is, right? And they don't need our help here. I think so. Let's take this castle back. Okay, it has turned. I thought it was lost, but you see, organization is very important. Though they did it even without my help, basically. The King Holland is from the Anglo-Nordic hybrid culture from the Norse and Anglo-Saxon cultures. Okay. We may need to go down there. Weakness that has plagued my daughter since her birth has finally released its hold on her. Relief washes over me as I see Wilhelmina running around with all the other children, except I'm not seeing her running around because I'm leading this army. Okay. Ah, so some of the enemies have left the Crusade. They see it is no longer viable. And we're being raided by Blakinga. We're supposed to be allies. No, we're not really allies, but your liege is. Can you control them? They're not supposed to come and raid us as when we're allies. Ibe. You will study a language. You don't have anything yet. Yeah, let's study Norse. And then you want a stewardship education. My stewardship is decent, but we might have a better one. Yes. Inga. Or Count of Mass. Count of Mass, definitely. Yeah. Nice traits there. Where are you guys going? Don't go too far away. Just wait a few days. Okay. And then I will join you. Victory. Nice. So we freed all these lands, right? Right. Okay. Then we need to go here. No, we need to go here. Yeah. Okay, they're running away. That's good. They're very fast. If I want to catch up with them, I need someone who is faster to lead this. Where are you guys going? Over there? Wow. 10 knights against 39. And we're still winning. Wow. That goes to show how important it is to have good knights. This one, I guess. This is not quite as important. Each of your friend relations give you 2 random skill points. That would be nice to have. Okay. Broken Cross. The pitiful soldiers of St. George were no match to our warriors, and shouldn't have doubted us. Under the wise and pious leadership of King Björn, the Ásatrú faithful repelled the invaders and reaffirmed once more their claim over England. Perhaps next time the Catholic King Bishop will not be so eager to throw away the lives of his followers in a futile attempt to test the power of Tyr. The infidels tasted the wrath of Tyr. Not sure if infidel would be the word that the Ásatruans used. So victory, and a lot of stuff was divided amongst the participants. And I gained a level of fame. I'm famous. I'm exalted among men. Okay, unpopular favorite. I'm still smiling at a joke my friend Waram made at this morning's council session when Count Damas catches my arm. Liege, I've been meaning to talk to you. I understand you are close friends, but there are those who think you put him before more deserving councillors. It is not fitting to place a commoner's opinion above or even alongside Groot Flanders' highest nobility. He is nobility too. He is nobility too. He is a lord. Right? Isn't he? No. I don't think so. Huh? There was somebody who became Lord of Utrecht. Nedersticht. Barend. Okay, that's who I'm confusing him with. Okay. He's the Riksgodi, so a king may pick his own council. What would you have me do? He is like super. What's the word? Fit for this job. So, don't come to me with that. I elevated you myself too. You were just a normal commoner. And yes, you did a good job for me, but... Okay, so we won the Crusade. And they're now there. Okay. Well, that is good. What did we get? We got... the ivory chess set. That's right. Martial +1. That's nice. That is nice. And... we have something here. We don't have any artifacts now. But there is someone who has a weapon inspiration. That's nice. A healthy rivalry between meddlesome fighters is to be expected, but the growing discord between Egil and Rodolf is souring the mood at court. Egil is widely regarded to be more skilled, but Rodolf clearly takes issue with the assertion. Let's have a look. So he is house 27 and this guy 25. Yeah, so in the middle of an audience, the latter bursts into my throne room, and clutching his sword hilt cries, Egil, only one of us can claim to be the king's most skilled champion. Meet me outside and I will settle the question. Egil replies suspiciously, I will cut you to pieces where you stand if it was not for the presence of my lord, you suspicious fiend. Apologize and I may spare your life. I better act quickly if this escalation is to be halted. May the best champion win. Take the swords, give them training blades, so they have a duel but not to the death. I will humble both of you, or you are on the same side. No, I mean, a fight for honor, that is something I can stand behind, but I don't want them to kill each other. So, give them training blades. Egil wins the duel, of course, as expected. Alright. Should I hold court? I probably should, but first I want to have a look at this inspiration project. His skill is legendary, okay. And I have money. I just won the Crusade. Or the Crusade attempt. And I will fund this inspiration. Nice throne. My lords, my steward Count Damas takes the floor. I have an idea to improve taxation. You could send surveyors to question your subject about every property, its name, owner, extension, value, and how many people and animals live there. Very well, proceed, and I lose a lot of money, but I would gain some probably. If I want to improve taxation, I can just ask for more taxes. And each of my vassals pays 5 gold to me. So that would be like 100 gold. Extra taxes, minus 15. It's not worth it. Proceed with the survey. Let's hope something good comes from that. A feast under your name. My Count Roland approaches me with a straighter posture than usual and visibly eager about what he has to say. My liege, the people in your realm need the occasional joyous gathering where they can forget their stresses. I would gladly finance a feast, even if held under your name, as it's for the good of the Groot Vlaanderen. Though I would duly expect a favor in recompense. What favor is that? A weak hook. I don't think so. Perhaps we can arrange something more agreeable. Oh, I'm afraid I cannot. Perhaps we can arrange something more agreeable. Feast under my name, and he agrees to the renege on the request of a favor. Last requested. In a brief moment of silence, I see Lord Mayor Barend observing a courtier passing by in a hurry before realizing that it's his turn to speak. My friend, he says, giving him some precious time to finalize his thoughts before continuing. Smiles and laughter are a great indicator of a lively court. Thus, I have a suggestion for someone who would make a great jester to entertain us who come to visit. My liege, if I may, Count Adrian speaks up from the sidelines, a jester will ruin the sophisticated air of this court and replace its refinement with crude infantile humor. We are known for our crude infantile humor. Adrian van Loptenburg. If Count Adrian doesn't like to laugh, we should make him laughable. This is not a peasant's market, or perhaps I'll look into it. If Count Adrian doesn't like to laugh, we should make him laughable. And he becomes my jester. And he still likes me. And that is that. Okay. Yeah, I do like the royal court, and this, like the 3D model. Like, here's my son and heir, and there is my Rijksgodi, my court priest. But I have the feeling it's not utilized as well as it could be. Any ideas about that? Alright, so we have won against the Christians who wanted to take England. I should get back into my normal gear. Right. And no, do I have some default clothes? Yes, there. It's actually in the Flemish colors as well, which is nice. So what's next? I need to make friends, right? I'm not making any friends at the moment. So we have Virant is my friend, right? Yes. I should make Damas my friend as well. His spouse died from stress. Wow. Well, good thing he has a concubine. His bed isn't empty. I can declare wars, that's very nice. I can transfer Count Klaus of Minden to Duke Albrecht of Angria. How did you get a Duke title? You just made it yourself. Yeah, I don't think so. Klaus von Minden. No, I'm not gonna transfer that. Low control, yeah. We should do something about that. Ostfriesland, it's your own county. And you should promote culture. Yeah. Maybe here. Connect those. And you need to be converting faith. Didn't we convert faith in Dietmarsen before? I guess we need to connect stuff for it to stick. Alright, so I'm making the inaction. There was a commotion among the children today. Gunhilda was attempting to preach among her fellow youngsters by herself and became the target of a small fight. Ijsbrand witnessed the fight and later expressed frustration with his lack of options in the situation. Ijsbrand. Now he is my genius son. You're doing diplomacy, but your best one is stewardship. And maybe you should focus on learning. Some incidents will be out of your hands. 5% chance you gain the trait Callous. Even against the odds, we must protect the weak. 66% chance of gaining Compassionate. The defense of the faith is paramount. Yes, it is. Tell me how you could have mediated this, or no need to be cool, you are a coward. No, the defense of the faith is paramount. And he becomes zealous. Let's hunt. Greetings, my impressive liege. You are cordially invited to my hunt in the grasslands of Arnhem. Together we shall make a mighty sport of it. That sounds like a good idea. I will join that, yes. I don't have a caravan master. Oh, my son Inge is very good at that apparently. Dort seems to be a bit dangerous. Where are the bridges? Here. I can go through here. Yeah. So, first customize the route. Nijmegen. Yes. And then here also via Nijmegen. That is much safer. And where it's in the forest, right? Forest guide. Yeah. Okay. Join the hunt. Fresh start. My vassal Count Koenraad is hosting a hunt in Arnhem, and time has come for us to depart. I should be able to proudly represent the House of Van Schal. This should be good sport if the event is properly organized. I can't wait. The language barrier. It seems that our caravan has come a little lost in these foreign... These are my lands and they speak my language. What is this? Inge has been trailing us around Tilburg for hours, and though he had last swallowed his pride and asked for directions, he does not appear to be an expert High German speaker. Let me try. They don't speak High German there. As we await the arrival of the rest of the guests, Count Koenraad has started on the preparations. His gamekeepers check the grasslands each day for signs of quarry, while building a camp close to the hunting grounds. I've checked my gear and horse many times, it won't be long. So. Okay. Yeah, because... culture. Is it because we went through Franconian? Is this Tilburg? It's not Tilburg. This is Tilburg? My goodness. Tilburg is more over here. Not straight north from Maastricht. Anyway. Okay, so it's Franconian, that's why you think they speak High German. Maybe, I don't know, in those times it's possible, I guess. But now we're in Arnhem, we're waiting for the hunt. Roland assembles the party as the sun rises over the camp in the plains near Arnhem. The local gamekeepers have scoured the vicinity for recent tracks and fumes. There's clearly a small roebuck nearby, but no recent traces of larger game. Ultimately, Count Koenraad decided he wanted to hunt a roe today. Let's get out there. Count Koenraad's huntsmen say they know the place of the beast's covert. Is there another meaning of covert that can be used as a noun? Covert. Alright. And the nearby waterholes and grazings the roe frequents. Our host thinks for a moment before scoffing. I came for a real hunt. We will hunt by force, not stealth. So be it. We can hardly keep up with the blasted beast as it darts and weaves through the tall grass, barking wildly. Scaling a rise and disappearing into a dense thicket, the roe is gone as quickly as it appeared, with only panting dogs and sweaty horses to show for it. The damn thing is gone. None fails. Everything that could go wrong seemed to do so, but there were silver linings to be found. The master of the hunt, Odwin, gathers the disappointed party and exhausted hounds for the trip home. The roe eluded us this time, and I gained some hunter experience. And I lost some stress, which is very nice. Weird whispers. I've noticed that Vlastislav avoids me more than usual. He always sits at the opposite end of the table when we're invited to a feast and consistently refuses my company while camping. We may not have the best relationship, but that attitude is starting to tire me, especially when I overhear him defaming me. Koen is a lecherous knave. I'd be a way better king than him. He is a giant, though. but I have a much higher prowess. So I should take him on. You want to know how it is? I'll show you. And I win a fight against him and make him leave. So he's now wandering instead of being a knight in my retinue. A duel demanded. Another. An imposing man is standing on the road ahead of us. I'm Margaret of Antwerpen. I have bested dozens of men in combat, and honestly all those fights were dull. So here I am on this road, looking for someone better than me, someone I can learn from. If you can best me in combat, I will become a valuable and loyal servant, and so on this day I demand to meet one of you in a fair fight. Well, he is a little bit better than the guy we just dismissed. You might be less valuable after I win. And I win the fight, and he becomes my champion. Right. The trodden path. Procession is ground to a halt, a stone throw away from Ghent. I look over to see my friend Raram dismounted and intently staring at something on the ground. The other entourage members have gathered around him. Raram looks up as I approach. My lord, there is an ant path here, and maybe a tad superstitious, but you should never cross an ant path. My great-grandfather did, and he never returned home. That's probably because he was very, very old. We'll find another path. This is nonsense. It is nonsense. And we got lost. Okay. At long last I'm finally home. There is nothing better than arriving back in Brugge after a long journey. I look forward to resting for some time, but the call of the road beckons ever onward. My caravan master Inge reports that we have journeyed for 112 days and traversed 11 baronies. Thank Odin I can go inside again. And we have a grand tournament to take part in. Jarabarksek in Lübeck. Okay. That is further away, but we can make it. Let's do that. Let's show off a bit of the latest DLC towards the tournaments. Okay, but yeah, it's quite a bit further away, although it's just across the border from our realm. We'll need to adjust the route a little. Again, we'll go via Nijmegen. And also here, Nijmegen. Okay, and here we should not go through Kloppenburg and Twistringen. There is no bridge here. And there are no places of interest except here in Aachen. In there. Let's go through Meppen and Oldenburg, and also here Oldenburg. What? And Meppen. Why is this so weird? No. Because via Nijmegen, yeah, we should have put that before. Here, Oldenburg and Meppen. Is there another bridge, or do we have to go through Buxtehude? Next bridge is here. Well, there's a ford. And this is... Is that part of his realm? I don't think so. I think it only goes to... Maybe it is. But if I want to go take that bridge, that's quite a detour. Yeah, I think we'll have to risk it and take some mercenary parts with us. 20% chance of danger. Forest guide. It is with planes. all good. And here... order? No. Maybe a cultural ambassador. Alright. Let's go to the tournament. Ida, we recruited as cultural ambassador, although she's a lunatic. Not sure how much that is going to help us. I entered into a regency. I'm sharing power with the Lord Mayor and Barend of Nedersticht, so I have appointed him as a regent because he is selfless. My fellow at D. Jarbakzek is hosting a grand tournament competition in the vicinity of Lübeck, and time has come for us to depart. We shall represent the House of Van Schalk and make the Dutch people proud. While we are here, we should also seize the opportunity to experience the Polabian culture. Can't wait. The Day of Truth. Survey completed. As I'm leaving Brugge, my steward comes to me and says, "It is done, my lord. Several months ago you commissioned a survey of all of your lands. Now it is completed and details on ownership and land value are all collected in this book. As long as this description is faithful to reality, your taxation will be more efficient throughout the realm." Excellent job. Land survey gives me 5% extra vassal tax contribution. That is good. Of travels to come, and we are in Antwerpen or something. Journeying through Breda. I pass by a peculiar looking tent split open with its yet more peculiar looking occupant inside. "Come in, Almighty King, I can tell you have many miles to go, and I can offer you a reading of your future travels, for a modest price. The strange man has piqued the interest of my entourage, but am I willing to pay for a reading?" Alright. Tell me my future, wise one. Your travel bodes well, that's good. The Liar. When we set up camp for the night in Breda, it so happened that the caravan of merchants was camped pretty close to us. They were traveling the opposite direction and we exchanged some information about conditions on the road for our respective journeys. Anyhow, the merchants told me they met a most odd fellow several days ago who went by the nickname of the Liar. He told them somewhat nonsensical advice that somehow also made sense. They're not sure what to make of him, but the veteran merchants say he's by far the oddest fellow they have ever met. He does sound like an odd fellow. That is nice. 10% extra travel speed, 50% extra travel safety. Yeah, Mike, that is right. The Metal Man. Truly, a stroll through Teal is a gift from Emir. The tranquility of this place is suddenly and abruptly broken by the furious grunts and clattering of armor. Hark! Get me out of this metal prison! My squire took offense at my manner. He would go so far as to call me heartless and has abandoned me. Whatever this strange man did could not have been enough to justify being stuck forever in his armor. I could of course have someone help him, but is it truly worth it? The Heartless. Consider the armor gone for a price. Offer him loyal squires for his fealty. No, I don't need his fealty. I'll leave him to say for a price. Yeah. Danger, a quarrelsome lot. As we trek through Teal, our caravan has stopped at a clearing bordered by the tree line. I proceed toward the commotion, only to find Inge and Antoinette having an array to row. "I have no more of your idiocy, you evil boar!" Inge stamps his foot in the mud. "You're the one who has whined on this entire journey, squealing, 'Are we there yet?' at every crossroads," Antoinette retorts. "Come now, surely you two can make amends." They settled their differences. That is good. Wolf struggle. Our journey is violently interrupted by the sound of tearing flesh and gnashing jaws and the desperate cries of a man about to meet his end. The noise is so horrific it must have come from the depths of hell. What? Inge van Schroek is no longer my caravan master. Why? He's still with us, it looks like. And he's still my caravan master, according to this. Our journey is finally... Oh yes, I did read that already. Attempting to track the source, we find a desperate champion struggling with a wild wolf. His blade is wedged between the beast's jaws, but his grip is beginning to falter. This man deserves my help. And again, the trader wounded, and the man died. Despite me trying to help him, and we crossed that bridge just fine. And we arrived at the site of the tournament here in Lübeck. Though not all the revelers have yet arrived, throngs of people wander through the colorful surroundings, all looking forward to the forthcoming displays of skill and prowess. And my wife sent word that she got pregnant. There is no time to lose. I must begin preparing. I must be a victor at absolutely any cost. I can't wait for it to start. So, my intent is triumph. Or befriend. Triumph. Okay, which you will likely not qualify for the recital. Yeah, okay. Or the ceremony. Are there any other events happening here, or did we just come for the recital? I need at least 12 more progress to victory. Yeah, but what do I need to qualify for this? I guess I will just go for recreation or befriend. Befriend. Okay, who is my befriend's target? Okay, Riba is master of the hunt. He likes me. Okay, let's do that. And I should visit one of these places, right? Distance. Now, I'll visit the village. Pulling on the threads, a group of women have taken one of the houses as their primary weaving workshop. I can clearly grasp that they are having a lively conversation about the ongoing tourney. I lean in on the window with great care of remaining unnoticed. And that woman, the Logenfried, I can't believe they caught her yesterday in the act, one of them says, while expertly weaving some threads. Did I hear that right? No, she was caught cavorting with someone else. They catch me eavesdropping. Okay. Recital. The contest begins, and may the best win. I have a bet to place because I didn't qualify. Place your bets. Appearing at the boogie by the tavern's dim light, I ponder the stream of old. He shouts of the heads of the milling hunters. Kettlemoon is a recital favorite. 4-1 on Kettlemoon. Yes, or a Björtmar. Unlikely or underdog. Okay. The contest in front of me is reaching a crescendo. The participants evenly matched. I grip the wooden railing in front of me and yell my appreciation along with the rest of the crowd. Said yell, however, swiftly turns to a strangled cry as I feel something trickling down my spine. Some sort of fluid. Something both hot and cold somehow. I spin on my heel to find myself confronted by Arnfast. His goblet swishing with the remains of the unidentified drink, currently crawling its way down my back. Now then, watch where you're going, he burbles, gesturing accusingly at me with the cup. You should be more careful. Guards, get this loathsome debaucher out of my sight. Well, Verskettermund is clearly winning. So long as his nerve remains steady, a win is all but guaranteed. A single word out of place is enough to get the crowd groaning despairingly at this point, whilst pithy deliveries cause tumultuous applause. Spectators stamp their feet and cheer as competitors approach the stage, a feverish atmosphere well underway. There are precious few competitors left to go and even less time. It all comes down to this one last verse. A motto for the ages. This is not the time. I'm somewhere else. I'm out of the country. But, okay. I can hear my champion Harold muttering to himself from across the hall. I need something great, something epic to make my creation stand out from the uninspired masses. But what? Just what? When his spirited eyes meet mine, he breaks out into a huge smile and waves to me. My lord, what an amazing idea. Just perfect. What do you think of adding your family's motto to your commission? Sure, that sounds lovely. Yes, the recital. Contest winner. Trumpet sound, the crowd clamors, competitors begin to assemble. The contest is over and someone's moment in the sun is being readied. Herald steps forward, voice booming out across the scene. After many trials, some tribulations, and above all else some truly spirited competition, we have our final three. In third place, the gutsy Holstein. Coming close second, Tilmundo. And of course that leaves us with our victor, Duke Ernst. A most entertaining show of skill. The best man won. And I lost my 30 gold wager. I had to cough there. 9 days until ceremony ends. Conclusion. The sun comes down on the final day of the tournament and the mass crowds begin to disperse. I find myself ruminating over the results. Duke Ernst's mastery of verse saw them a worthy winner in the recital. Arngrim and I are yet to establish a firm friendship. I look forward to the next one. Duke Ernst of Nordigal. What a great occasion. And Christian and Ásatrú alike are here. The tournament is drawn at last to a close. Every participant, Koenraad vassal, gain 10 opinion per Jarl. Okay. And Duke Ernst II has become the owner of the prize brooch. Okay. Let us return home. They still haven't fixed this bug where the final ceremony noise just keeps going. Okay, well, the good thing is that we're coming to the end of this episode anyway. Russo Norse culture. Interesting. The child was not meant to be. Yeah, I'm not even sure if it was mine. Because I was traveling. We stopped by a town in Ghent for a quick rest. The town is known locally for its amenities and being a center of leisure, and several of the guards in my entourage got distracted by the pretty local Dutch girls. We need to go soon, but perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea to rest some more. I wouldn't mind having some fun with the locals. At long last, I am finally home. There is nothing better than arriving back in Brugge after a long journey. I look forward to resting for some time, but the call of the road beckons ever onward. My caravan master Inge reports that we have journeyed for 187 days and traversed 35 baronies. My cultural ambassador has had a great chance to spread acceptance for the Dutch. Thank Odin, I can go inside again. So let's see, cultural acceptance. with the Norse is up to 10%. We started at 0% at the beginning of the game. So yeah, it is improving. And with the Polabians, 3%. Okay. 51% with Saxons. Okay, we should keep that in mind. Either way, we're back home. The Regency has ended and all is well in the realm of Groot Vlaanderen. And with that, we shall wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again next time.